Hello everyone. Very quick video on time is of the essence provisions in the agreement of purchase and sale. Ordinarily, when you're using ORIAS contracts, there is a term that states that time is of the essence. Both buyers and sellers are acknowledging that time is very important and everything should be completed in accordance with that provision. As an example, the completion date states that the completion shall occur no later than 6 p.m. on a certain date. At 6:01, you will be found in breach. Similarly, we've seen some interesting developments. As an example, we had a case whereby the seller was supposed to receive a deposit upon acceptance of the offer, which allocates 24 hours. Hypothetically, the offer was accepted at 5 p.m., which in essence gave the other party until 5 p.m. the following day to deposit the money at the listing brokerage. They were a couple of minutes late, and in essence, we were able to argue on behalf of the seller that the buyers were in breach and they were successfully able to accept a higher offer price at that point. They were able to walk away from the original offer simply because the buyer failed to uphold their end of the bargain by delivering the proceeds as required in the agreement. We see similar things like this happening now, especially in this hot marketplace, where if notices aren't served on time. So as an example, you've got a condition for financing or inspection expiring at 9 p.m. on a certain date. At 9:01, really the other party, the receiving party, generally the seller, can assume that the agreement's null and void, and they are able, if they're willing, to accept other offers. If they have not acknowledged receipt of the waiver or notice of fulfillment, and you have no sort of paper trail whereby you've defected your serving on them, at that point they have the ability to walk away from the transaction and mitigate loss. So you should be aware that if something is due at a certain time, you have to have that document served in accordance with the agreement before that time expires. Otherwise, the other party can assume that they're ready to go and move on with another offer. We've also seen similar situations where, for example, there was a condition for inspection. After the inspection, which was expiring at midnight on a certain date, after the inspection had been conducted, they found certain deficiencies. So rather than simply fulfill the condition by serving a notice of fulfillment or waiving it, the buyers elected to make an amendment. What they failed to appreciate was that if the other party didn't accept the amendment and they simply sat on it waiting for the time to expire, the other party would be able to move on with another offer. And this was actually used as a strategy in that situation, where the sellers simply sat on the amendment, waited for the amendment to expire, which unfortunately was the same time when the waiver or notice of fulfillment should have been served for the inspection. And in essence, a couple of minutes after the expiration, they went ahead with a higher offer. So to reiterate, anytime an agreement says time is of the essence, it's expected and anticipated that you will comply and that you will discharge your legal obligations pursuant to the agreement of purchase and sale and deliver and do whatever you have to do in accordance with those time provisions. I hope this video helps. We'll see you next time.